take all the lockers. We're gonna take it all home. Shoot them up.
I think I just shot the guy behind us.
Mary Padian, better known to fans as the Junkyard Queen or the Storage Wars sweetheart, was one of the most beloved figures on the hit reality series Storage Wars. With her sharp eye for hidden treasures, quirky sense of humor, and infectious personality, she quickly became a fan favorite. Audiences loved watching her turn dusty, forgotten items into unique pieces of art or profit. But just as quickly as Mary rose to fame, she seemed to disappear from the spotlight, leaving fans wondering, what really happened to her? Did she walk away from reality television by choice, or was there more going on behind the scenes? Was her exit tied to the controversies surrounding Storage Wars, or was she simply pursuing a new chapter in her life? Today, we uncover the full story of Mary Padian, from her humble beginnings to her rise on Storage Wars, the challenges she faced in the world of reality TV, and where she is now. The truth might just surprise you, because while Mary's journey is filled with laughter and creativity, it also reveals the hidden costs of fame in the world of reality television. Long before reality TV turned her into the Junkyard Queen, Mary Padian was simply a Texas girl with a knack for creativity and an eye for hidden beauty. Born on August 24, 1980, in Dallas, Texas, Mary grew up in a close-knit family where resourcefulness wasn't just a hobby, it was a way of life. Her father, an Irish immigrant who ran a scrap metal business, taught her from a young age how to see potential in what others might throw away. That influence became the foundation of her lifelong passion, turning junk into something valuable. After graduating from the University of Texas at Austin with a degree in photojournalism, Mary moved to New York City, chasing a dream many small-town kids share. There, she landed a coveted internship with Architectural Digest, one of the most respected magazines in the design world. She eventually worked her way up to become an assistant editor. Surrounded by beautiful interiors, elegant furnishings, and some of the most creative minds in design, Mary honed her sense of style. But deep down, she felt a pull toward something more personal, something that combined her eye for design with her family's influence of repurposing and reimagining. That pull led her back to Texas, where she opened Mary's Finds, a quirky and charming shop in Dallas. The store quickly became her creative playground. She specialized in hunting down discarded furniture, odd antiques, and what most would call junk, then transforming them into one-of-a-kind treasures. Each piece told a story, and Mary had a gift for helping her customers see the hidden charm in the old and forgotten. Her store earned a loyal local following, but it wasn't until fate and television came knocking that her life truly changed. That moment arrived when she crossed paths with Mo Prygoff, a flamboyant Dallas businessman who was already appearing on Storage Wars, Texas. Mo introduced Mary to producers who immediately saw her potential. She had charisma, a genuine love for her craft, and an authenticity that reality TV often lacks. Soon enough, Mary was appearing on Storage Wars, Texas as Mo's spirited sidekick, bringing her unique energy and sharp instincts into the high-stakes world of storage auctions. Audiences fell in love almost instantly. Mary wasn't like the other bidders, who were often driven solely by profit and competition. Instead, she approached each auction with a sense of wonder. Where others saw dusty boxes, she saw opportunities for creativity. Where others dismissed items as junk, Mary envisioned quirky art projects or clever resale possibilities. Her quirky one-liners and wide-eyed excitement stood out in a show often dominated by cutthroat rivalries. It didn't take long for Mary to move from sidekick to star. When Storage Wars Texas was eventually canceled, producers of the original Storage Wars brought her to the main series in California. For Mary, it was a dream come true. her chance to shine on a bigger stage, surrounded by veteran bidders like Brandy Passante, Jared Schultz, and Daryl Sheets. What made her stand out, though, was her ability to stay true to herself. Even in the cutthroat California auctions, Mary remained playful, down-to-earth, and endlessly creative. Fans adored her not just because she could spot value in overlooked items, but because she radiated authenticity in a world that often felt staged. Mary's journey from small-town Texas to national TV wasn't just a career leap, it was the start of a new identity. She had gone from a local shop owner to a reality TV star, all while staying true to the quirky spirit that made her unforgettable. When Mary Padian joined the flagship Storage Wars series in California, she brought with her a refreshing energy that immediately set her apart from the rest of the cast. The original show was already a hit, known for its mix of intense bidding wars, big personalities, and unexpected treasures. But by the time Mary arrived in Season 5, fans were craving something new, and she delivered it in spades. Nicknamed the Junkyard Queen, Mary quickly became a standout figure. Her bubbly personality and wide-eyed excitement at every auction felt genuine and endearing. Unlike some of the veteran bidders who approached lockers with hardened calculation, Mary approached each one like an adventure. For her, it wasn't only about making a profit. It was about the story behind each dusty box and forgotten trunk. One of Mary's greatest strengths was her eye for overlooked treasures. While other bidders were focused on high-value electronics, jewelry, or antiques, Mary had the creativity to see potential in odd, quirky items. She would take an old, battered chair and transform it into a stylish piece of furniture or repurpose discarded metal into funky artwork. Viewers were fascinated by her ability to breathe new life into junk, a talent rooted in her Texas upbringing and honed during her Architectural Digest years. But Mary's charm wasn't just about her creative eye. It was about her personality. In a show often marked by rivalries, tension, and egos, she brought lightness and humor. Her playful banter with fellow cast members, especially when she teased Daryl Sheets or teamed up with Brandy Passante, showed a different side of the cutthroat auction world. Fans online often commented that Mary felt like the heart of the series, someone who balanced out the drama with positivity and authenticity. Her success also came from her relatability. While some cast members flaunted their big wins or bragged about their profits, Mary was transparent about the risks of bidding and the reality of sometimes walking away empty-handed. She wasn't afraid to laugh at herself or admit when she made a mistake, and that vulnerability made her even more lovable to fans. Behind the scenes, Mary also gained respect for her hard work. Many of the other bidders underestimated her at first, seeing her as a quirky newcomer, but she proved herself time and again with smart buys and creative flips. Veteran cast members acknowledged that Mary had a unique niche. She wasn't competing in the same lane as everyone else, but she still managed to walk away with impressive profits. Her growing popularity even helped reignite interest in the show. During a period when some critics felt it was losing steam, fans tuned in specifically to see Mary's reactions, her projects, and her optimism. Social media buzzed whenever she scored a surprising find or turned a beat-up piece of furniture into something extraordinary. Still, the pressure of fame was real. As much as Mary loved the adventure of Storage Wars, the spotlight wasn't always easy to handle. She had gone from running a small Dallas shop to becoming a nationally recognized TV personality. Paparazzi attention, fan expectations, and the grueling filming schedule started to weigh on her. Mary was never one to chase fame for fame's sake, and the demands of reality TV sometimes clashed with her naturally down-to-earth lifestyle. At the height of her fame, Mary had everything a reality star could hope for: fan adoration, steady paychecks, and a platform that showcased her unique talents. But even as she thrived on screen, questions began to loom about how long she could, or even wanted to, keep up with the chaotic pace of Hollywood's reality TV machine. For fans, Mary Padian's sudden absence from Storage Wars was as surprising as it was heartbreaking. One season, she was there lighting up the auctions with her quirky charm and infectious smile, and then, seemingly out of nowhere, she was gone. Viewers flooded online forums asking, "Why did Mary leave?" The truth, as it turns out, is a mix of personal choices, behind-the-scenes realities, and the often unpredictable nature of reality TV. First, it's important to understand that Storage Wars was not an easy gig. Filming was demanding, with long days spent in hot warehouses, unpredictable auctions, and the stress of competing against seasoned bidders. While many cast members thrived on the intensity, Mary was wired differently. She loved the treasure hunting aspect and the creativity of flipping items, but the constant competition and drama that came with reality TV were less appealing to her. There were also rumors of tension within the cast. Although Mary got along with many of her co-stars, the atmosphere behind the cameras wasn't always as light-hearted as viewers saw on screen. Reality television thrives on conflict, and producers often leaned into rivalries to keep ratings high. For someone as genuine and easygoing as Mary, the manufactured drama could be exhausting. She preferred building relationships over rivalries, but the format of the show didn't always allow for that. Another factor was Mary's business and personal life. Even while filming Storage Wars, she never lost her passion for her shop, Mary's Finds, and her love for curating and flipping unique pieces. As her TV schedule grew busier, her time to dedicate to her store shrank. Friends say she began questioning whether the show was pulling her too far from her original passion, creating art and value from forgotten treasures. Financially, leaving Storage Wars wasn't the end of the world for her either. While the show paid well, Mary wasn't the type to chase money at the expense of happiness. She had saved wisely and continued to build income streams through her shop, private clients, and side projects. For Mary, independence mattered more than fame or fortune. Health and lifestyle also played a role. Living in California and filming under the intense pressure of the show was a far cry from the slower, more grounded life she'd enjoyed in Texas. Friends have said that she often missed her roots, her family, and the freedom of working on her own terms. After a few years in Hollywood, she started craving a simpler lifestyle again, one that reality TV couldn't give her. By season 12, Mary's appearances on Storage Wars became less frequent until she eventually disappeared altogether. Unlike some reality stars who left amid scandal or drama, Mary's exit was quiet, graceful, and true to her character. She didn't burn bridges or make headlines with feuds. She simply chose to step away and focus on what mattered most to her. Indeed. Interviews afterward, Mary expressed nothing but gratitude for the experience. She credited the show with giving her a platform and connecting her with fans across the country, but she also made it clear that she was happiest when she was pursuing her creative passions away from the cameras. For fans, her departure left a noticeable void. Without Mary's positivity and unique charm, Storage Wars felt different. While the show continued, many longtime viewers admitted they tuned in less frequently, saying it just wasn't the same without the Junkyard Queen. Mary's exit was more than just a career decision. It was a reminder that fame doesn't always equal fulfillment. She had tasted success on national television, but in the end, she chose peace, creativity, and authenticity over the relentless grind of reality TV. After stepping away from Storage Wars, Mary Padian didn't disappear into obscurity. She simply shifted gears and returned to the life she'd always wanted to live. For her, television had been an exciting chapter, but it was never the whole story. Once the cameras stopped rolling, she began to reconnect with her roots, rebuild her independence, and focus on the passions that first put her on the map. Mary went back to doing what she does best, curating and flipping unique items. Her Dallas-based store, Mary's Finds, once again became the centerpiece of her creative world. Fans who visited the shop after her TV departure were often surprised to find her there, still hands-on, still enthusiastic, and still transforming discarded pieces into works of art. Through her store, Mary maintained a connection with her loyal fan base, many of whom traveled from far away just to meet the Junkyard Queen in person. Beyond the physical store, Mary also embraced the digital space. She began sharing her finds and projects online, creating a niche community that extended her influence beyond reality television. Her social media accounts showcased her latest flips, quirky creations, and even personal glimpses into her life. For fans who missed seeing her on TV, these posts provided reassurance that Mary was still doing what she loved, just on her own terms. In addition to her creative pursuits, Mary leaned into philanthropy and personal growth. She has been involved in charitable causes, often supporting community initiatives and small businesses. Friends describe her as someone who never let fame change her. Instead, she used her platform to lift others up. This generosity only deepened the affection fans felt for her, proving that her kindness on screen was just as genuine in real life. On a personal level, Mary has kept much of her private life away from the spotlight. Unlike some of her Storage Wars co-stars, she has avoided public scandals or tabloid drama. At one point, she introduced fans to a boyfriend during the show's run, sparking curiosity about her love life, but since leaving the series, she has chosen to remain discreet. It's clear that privacy has become a priority for her after years of being in front of the cameras. Financially, Mary has remained stable thanks to her store, private clients, and the business skills she honed during her time on television. She has proven that she doesn't need the constant attention of reality TV to thrive. In fact, many fans admire her for stepping away at the peak of her fame and choosing peace and fulfillment over the grind of Hollywood. Her legacy from Storage Wars remains strong. Even years after leaving, fans continue to reminisce about her funniest moments, her unexpected finds, and her positive energy. On fan forums and social media groups, Mary's name is often brought up as one of the most memorable cast members in the show's history. Some even argue that she was the heart of the series, the one who balanced out the rivalries with authenticity and joy. Today, Mary Padian stands as an example of how to navigate fame gracefully. She entered the world of reality TV, captured millions of hearts, and then chose to leave on her own terms. She didn't burn out, and she didn't compromise who she was. Instead, she used the platform as a springboard to build the life she wanted, creative, authentic, and true to herself. For fans wondering what really happened to Mary Padian, the answer is simple. She's still here, still thriving, still turning junk into treasure. Only now, she's doing it quietly, with the freedom and happiness that money and fame can't buy.